Let me hear myself. Hey.
Palace, what you
I've
cooking?
been trying to make it flip. Lately I've been in the mix. I've been trying to make it flip. Hey. Hey. Lately I've been in the mix. I've been trying to make it flip. I ain't trying to waste no time. I just gotta get equipped. Time to get another pound. Break it down to a zip. I just came from out of town. Time to take another trip.
YERRP, it's your boy Delatone. Welcome back to another episode of YERRP Artist Interviews here at RAMG Studios. I'm here with my man, Stilled Up Ace.
What's poppin'?
What's up with you, man?
Ain't shit, man. Glad to be here, man. Glad to see you. Glad to be in the building.
Yeah, man. It's been hard. Look, we've been playing like phone tag trying to get this done.
Yeah, right.
I'm happy as hell we got here, man.
Right, finally, man.
You just released one of my favorite projects to listen to right now is Fourth Quarter.
Yeah.
For anybody out there, you need to go check out the video because he's done a video and the album artwork is in the place where that molded me,
Right.
like Haynes Park,
Northside.
And I'll be honest, it's crazy. Like me being older now, like seeing somebody there, like I just saw the picture, like, and the memories just flooded.
Right. You talking about the cover art, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like, I saw him just like everything I ever did when I was a kid in high school from Haynes Park just went in my head, and I was like, okay.
For real, man. Every time I ride through, when I was there, I was saying the same thing. Like, man, you know how much shit I did up here? You feel me? Like,
Boy,
all the times we done walked through every street, every alleyway, you feel me? I damn near knew everybody in the neighborhood. Like,
man.
that shit definitely brought back some good times, good memories.
For all the shit we done did at Haynes Park, that's a whole different podcast.
For real.
That's
Seriously.
a whole different one.
Seriously.
Well, starting like with Northside, how did Northside kind of help you mold this entire collection of projects from Game Time, Halftime to all the way to Fourth Quarter and even to the next one?
I mean, it really, like, it kind of built me for real because, like, a lot of the people that was on the project on Fourth Quarter, even the projects before that with Game Time and Halftime, a lot of them I met over Northside, you feel me? So I feel like that's kind of, like, really where everything started. Like, and it's funny because sometimes you end up where you first started, you feel me? So that was like one of the big reasons why I did the shoot and everything out there. You feel me? Not even just cause it's got like a little basketball theme to it, Game Time, Halftime, Fourth Quarter. Like that was one of the reasons why, because that's kind of like what built me up. You feel me? Because I was born in Chester, but I moved to Delaware and was basically raised in Delaware, Wilmington. Like everybody I know more people in Wilmington and Delaware than I do in the city that I was born in. You feel me?
Right.
So that was just one of the main reasons why I did it over there. And, like I said, everybody that was a part of it, I kind of met them over there, whether it was school or, you feel me, just balling, being at the courts, PS, Haynes, all that, you feel me? So, yeah, everything kind of just circled right back around.
I think I've listened to. I mean, you know, I've listened to your music ever since you started sending me music, like
Right.
from the rip.
Right.
Just because, I mean, obviously, you my man's. So no matter what, I'm gonna listen to it. Two of my favorite songs you've ever done, I think, in your entirety, of like Celebration and Turntables, are they're a, I don't know, they're the
Respectfully.
ones. Like we know when niggas say like, yo, that's the one.
Yeah.
Nah, like I heard Celebration and I was like, damn, that's a really good track. Turntables came on, I was like, all right,
Right.
Like, this is like the Fourth Quarter project itself.
And
This is the one.
it's crazy because them two, they like probably might be like my two favorites on there. Definitely Celebration. Like I was stuck between Celebration and I really like Go Get It. I think one of the reasons why I really like Go Get It so much is because of where I did it and then just how everything came about. But and even still to this day, like some of them songs, they be sounding like brand new songs for me because I ain't even like most of it I ain't write. I don't think I wrote anything on there, actually. I ain't write nothing on Fourth Quarter. So, like, everything I did was just, you feel me, in the studio at the moment. So, like, I really fuck with them songs heavy because every time I hear them, it be like, damn, this a brand new song. Like, even when I had to do, like, the ad-libs and the ins and outs and shit, it was hard for me to do because I ain't remember what the hell I even said. You feel me? It ain't like I could read it and I know what I said. Like, so
I was gonna ask you that though. Like in this project, I mean, I feel like you really like jump deep into like a lot of like personal shit as well in some of these songs, especially the fourth quarter. Now you were saying like you need to write this. I was about to ask you like about your writing process.
Right.
So, like, how's your mind work then putting stuff down like this?
it really just be like in the moment. Like and a lot of the engineers and the producers that speak on it and tell you too. I just everything be organic. So like sometimes we'll come in if I ain't already got the beat sent to me and I hear it, like I don't even like listening to the beat a bunch of times because I don't want to start coming up with stuff and then you feel me. I want everything to happen when I'm ready to record it. Like soon as I hear the beat, I be ready to hop right in the studio and just say the first thing that pop up on my mind. So like, and then like I'm not gonna sit here in front like everything be freestyle off the top. No, like I punch in and out, and I tell like it be a couple people that ask me like, oh, how you write? Like I'm having writer's block this in the third. I'm like it's easy, don't write. You feel me? That's the easiest way for me. That's how I had to get out of the shit.
I never heard it put like that, but I mean,
yeah,
you're right.
Because you gotta think about it. Like especially, I used to write all the time. I used to write like 2-3 songs a day, and then when it's time to go hop in the studio and record the shit, you start hearing it like, damn, I don't even like this shit. Like I just wasted my time, my money. I done sat here, and then a lot of the times I would write either in my room or in the car or you feel me on the porch or some shit like that. Right. But it's like it's different once you actually in the studio. You feel me? You in there with who you in there with. Like sometimes the people around you affect what come out on the song. Like I know if I got my niggas with me, my trap niggas with me or some shit like that, right. I'm about to hop in the booth and be on that type vibe. You feel me? If I got some chill motherfuckers with me or some shit like that, I'm gonna talk about some chill shit. My niggas with me that was during the struggle, shit like that. I'm gonna talk about old times. If I got a shorty with me, you feel me, I'm gonna start talking about, you feel me, some shit that the shorties will appeal to. But that's how my process go, and I punch in and out. You feel me? If I like a line, I'ma perfect that line. You feel me? I don't care if it's one bar. Something. All right, let me do that over one more time. I want to say it better. Shit like that. You feel me? I keep cutting in, cutting out. Sometimes I could go straight through without even having to do that. Right. I mean, it just all depends on the song, you feel me, how I'm feeling at the moment.
Yeah, you got one of the most unique ad-libs I think I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, I hear that.
That shit. And just it's even wilder knowing you. Yeah. Like from when we were younger and then even now, like hearing it, I was like,
which one are you talking about? The what?
I thought it was me hearing it. I was like, that beat crazy. Then the next song I was like, yo, this shit.
It's funny though. That's a funny ass story. Cause reason I even got that ad lib, man. You know, back Concord days when we was in high school. You feel me? Niggas I hung around, we was always on bullshit. Always. This when before YouTube. Shout out to your whole
clique, man. Y'all are fucking great.
When I tell you, we had like everything was kind of like documented. Like they lucky we ain't had phones and shit in school back then, like how they do now. Cause I'm trying to tell you, we'd have been on live going crazy
with Instagram.
It'd be ridiculous, yo. It'd really be ridiculous. But like we used to always just be on bullshit, clowning around. And I remember, you know, Rudy, my man Rudy. Yeah. Shout out to Rudy.
Is he still in Philly?
Yeah, he's still around in Philly. He come up to Delaware a lot. But he always was the one, even now to this day, still the person behind the camera and shit like that. Every time something funny had happened, I just hear him or Feast in the back just start screaming, what? Like just start cracking up laughing. And then one day I was in the studio and I forget what I said. It was like a crazy bar or something, man. You feel me? I just hit the whack. And that's how it came out. The shit was hot. They threw some reverb on it.
It delayed works.
Yeah.
I know who it is. When the song's on, I know who it is. That's what I kind of use ad-libs for to guide me. Like that's like your special power for like rappers. That's like your the special move you got. So when I hear that, I'm like,
if you hear anybody say that, you know who they got.
It started here. Man. It started here. If you hear that shit, yo, last time I was with Rudy, I don't even know what year it was. It might have been like 2 years ago. We were both in New York. We were both so drunk, like I don't.
Hey, that's Rudy. You was definitely with Rudy then.
I can't even get into it. That night was. Shout out to Rudy, man.
Shout out to
that was
Rudy,
a very
man.
long night, man.
For real.
I think that might have been the time when I slowed down. Like, yo, I gotta chill.
Hey man, some of my latest nights probably been with Rudy.
100%.
Rudy, my man Goody, you feel me? They fun, man. I remember one time we had a what was it, like my 16th or no, it was like my 18th birthday, and I got a hotel, and we just invited all these people. I got a big ass suite. We had all these motherfuckers come through. You feel me? The shit ended up, the cops made everybody leave and shit. It was too many people in there. People jumping out the windows and shit. We on like, mind you, we on like the third or fourth floor. Motherfuckers is jumping out the windows, landing in the bushes and shit, like trying to get out. But long story short, they ended up kicking everybody out. A few people stayed, like, you feel me, the gang, Rudy, all them people that I be with. And man, when I tell you this boy Rudy was so turned up in the chair, I swear, if you go and scroll all the way to the bottom of my Instagram, like the very first couple videos or pictures, you probably gonna see the shit still up there. We had a big ass pot of water. This when motherfuckers was splashing people around that time. I know you remember them days, man. We had the biggest pot of ice and water. And when I tell you we splashed, man, it was bitches in there. Motherfuckers was cracking up. I felt bad afterwards, you feel me? But it's like, bro, you can't be this turned up. Like, it's too much going on. You can't be this lit right now, man. And he just woke up all like out of it and shit, like sleepwalking and shit, motherfucker screaming, laughing in the back. I felt like an asshole, bro. I felt like an asshole.
As long as you got a good laugh out of it.
Shout out to my nigga Rudy though, man. That's one funny ass motherfucker, man. Genuine dude. I love this nigga to death. You feel me? Like my own brother. That's my guy right there.
I know. With fourth quarter, I thought one thing that really stood out to me is like your vocals, your words, and the way that the entire project was put together and the production was it's extreme. It's funny. I was in the car playing it with like I'm a basketball coach with the Family Basketball Club here in Delaware, and I had a couple of players in there listening to the songs with me. And they said something that kind of I never even like took it or thought of it like this, but they said, yeah, he don't sound like a local rapper.
Right.
Like he sound like he's mainstream. And I was like, that's like kudos. Like it was like he sounds good.
Right.
They don't sound like they did this in the closet.
Right.
Like, and I was like, no, this shit sounds like it needs to be on a playlist.
Right.
Like,
and it's a big part of that be my engineers. You feel me? And cause I don't even want to just say it's just me. Like a lot of people say, man, I try not to sound like nobody. I really don't try not to sound like somebody. And the minute I do start sounding like somebody, I'm switching the whole shit up. You feel me? But not only that, like the engineers that I work with, like big shout out to Fariz, aka Waterboy. He on that Celebration track that you was talking about. Yeah. Him, my man Draco. Who else helped on the project? Trills. And Mel, you feel me? Teach.
Shout out to my cousin Mel.
Yeah, man, every engineer I work with, they my main engineer. I really don't like cheating on engineers, but you feel me? They all my guys, and they all so good at what they do, and they all busy. You feel me? They all working on, you feel me, artists bigger than me, so they not always around. So if one ain't around, I gotta go to the next one. You feel me? Shit like that. But they all phenomenal at what they do. And they always help me. They chime in, you feel me, add their 2 cents in. Like, that's one thing about me. I never been a person that can't take constructive criticism. Like, you got some artists that got big-ass egos, and a lot of times, that'll hold you back if you're not listening to what they saying sometimes. Now, you got some motherfuckers that just be saying some bullshit. They, you feel me, got big heads, because engineers get egos and shit, too.
Everybody in
the industry got egos, but sometimes you really gotta just have your ear open and listen to this shit. And I do that a lot, you feel me? And that shit help. Like, especially when, for example, on Go Get It, people might not catch it. You'll catch it now that I'm saying it. But on the hook, when I'm saying we had to go get it quick, Fariz was a big part of that because he was helping, like he really sing. He sing on his own, you feel me? He sing on every project I do. I got at least one song where he's singing on it. And he was telling me, like, yo, I think you should harmonize, because I was doing the doubles on the hook. Okay. So, and I was kind of sounding the same, but I don't like sounding the same when I'm doing my doubles. Right. So he like, I think you should kind of harmonize it. And he started hitting the note, you feel me? And it was like a little bit under what I was singing, and the shit just goes so perfect. So next time you listen to Go Get It, listen to the hook.
You don't have me go
and on the second, I think it's the last hook, you could hear what I'm talking about. It's like you can hear the harmonization, shit like that. You feel me? A lot of engineers don't really do. Some motherfuckers just press the button, save, you feel me? I like when a motherfucker actually work with me. Producer, the engineer actually sit there and they give me their 2 cents. Oh, you should do this, or you feel me? It'll be hot if you add that in there. Like even down to like my engineers know my ad libs and shit.
Yeah.
So they'd be like, yeah, I think you should do your ad lib right here. You should do that. You should bring in the style right there. You feel me?
You like that? Like
Yeah, because sometimes I miss it. You feel me?
I feel you.
So
and they have the ear to it.
They got
Kind
the
of
ear
that's
for
what
it.
their job is. They got
Exactly.
the ear to it. I know. With the quarantine that we're currently in, the pandemic that we're currently in, I think the idea of marketing has changed a lot for like a lot of people. There's not a lot of shows out here that you can do.
Right.
I mean, only the South really is hosting shows to an extent. And we were just talking before the mics were on. We were talking about how many people were like just dropping projects. I mean, I know just as a consumer of music, we were flooded all over DSPs like with different albums, EPs, singles. I mean, all types of rollouts you could ever think of during the quarantine.
Right.
How did that like the pandemic kind of like alter your way of thinking for marketing with fourth quarter?
That shit, man. It's weird because, like you said, like it kind of fucked up a lot of shit. Like I was supposed to have, like for halftime, I had a big ass album release party. Shout out my guy Austin. He owned the Dream Cafe right here in Wilmington, right in the city, and I had like it's beautiful lounge on the inside. You walk in the elevator, as soon as you come out the elevator, you in the fucking club. It looked like a small little lit club. You feel me?
Like a lounge almost.
Yeah. And I had a nice ass album release party. You feel me? I had the open bar for everybody. My guy Teddy, shout out to Teddy. He got a hookah company. He brought his hookahs and shit through. You feel me? We just had a good time. I had a couple artists come on the stage and perform. You feel me? And I ain't get to do that with this release because the corona and shit. You feel me? I could only have a certain amount of people in there. It just was a lot of bullshit. And then even still, like we really wasn't supposed to be having that, like no gathering like that. So it kind of blocked a lot of shit, but it helped me start really focusing on other shit and like getting a lot of behind the scenes shit done. Especially when it come to like not being able to do certain shit, you feel me? So it's like I had more time on my hands to actually focus on other areas, you feel me? I know they got this shit now. Somebody was actually putting me on to. I'm supposed to be setting it up soon where we actually about to have like a virtual concert.
Shit,
so
okay.
and I think if I'm not mistaken, I think we supposed to be doing it here at Ram G. I think we downstairs they got like in the warehouse part. They got the smoke screen and all that shit. So we supposed to be doing like a virtual thing.
Man.
Yeah, and I ain't never like you feel me, mainstream industry artists doing shit like that, but ain't too many. I never saw like a local artist do it yet, and for them to actually, for them to actually want to do that shit with me, you feel me, like that shit. Damn right, I'm with that. Yeah, you feel me. I ain't even thinking no shit like that. So you feel me. That's definitely something different that this whole pandemic kind of brought out. But definitely with like the going live and shit like that, like you see like people Boosie, the other guy I'm not even going to speak on right now, but like live is definitely where it's at, you feel me? A lot of people going on live, and whether it's just playing your music or just talking, connecting with the people, shit like that.
Instagram Live is, it just built an entire like domain with versus battles and stuff.
Seriously.
It started from an Instagram Live video.
It's all a tool, and it's, you feel me? That shit I've been trying to tap into a little bit more. You'll see me hop on live if I'm just at the studio sometimes.
We were just talking about like us gaming and stuff and Twitch. I think honestly people started using Twitch more. I didn't realize you can donate to artists and stuff. I've seen artists.
You could do a lot.
Just watch artists make beats and sing, and they get paid. From fans, and I'm like, that's very innovative. They should really look into that.
Yeah.
For some of our fans who are watching, like right now, who might not know who Stilled Up Ace is, I know your background is amazing.
Right.
Like,
Thank
it's
you.
an amazing background. You have you make amazing music.
Thank
and
you.
you definitely tell your story. Just to let everybody know, REMG is lit right now. You can hear it in the background. But you mentioned your father a lot throughout the projects. And I know, I can't speak for anyone else, but I know my father's a humongous like deal in my life. So I mean, if I were to rap, I definitely would speak on my father, similar to you, like how much you speak on yours.
Respectfully.
Can you kind of like open up to who your father is, and then like kind of how he impacted your musical career as well?
That's my guy for real. Like you said, you feel me? A lot, especially if you a guy, you feel me? Most guys look up to their pop if you feel me, they can. But my pop, man, for people that don't know, he went by Ace Capone. That's kind of where I got my name from. You feel me? And I'm a junior, so people call him Ace. Everybody just started calling me Ace or Lil Ace, Young Ace, Baby Ace. You feel me? And then as I got older, I just ran with Ace. But he was probably one of the most notorious and wealthiest kingpins in Philly. But not only just kingpin, because I don't like to shine the light on the bad shit. You feel me? He was a businessman, smart dude, the smartest, richest dude, richest person and smartest person I ever met personally. And I met a lot of people. You feel me? And he definitely one of the smartest ones. And he had his own label, Takedown Records. I know a lot of the old heads they remember all about Takedown. You feel me? I was at the studio last night and somebody was in there talking to me about Snake Izza and Bugsy and shit. You feel me? Talking about this shit from back in the days. Like, and it's crazy because my pop was one of the first people to have like make battle raps like a thing.
That's where I remember.
Yeah, like he had a DVD, and at the end of the DVD, it was a cipher, Ice City versus Takedown. Yep. And it ended up just turning into like a big ass like free for all. Like nothing was playing. You feel me? Like they didn't even know that they was about to be battling. They just thought it was about to be a cipher, and it ended up being everybody like from E-Ness to Freeway, Bugsy.
That exact video you're talking about is on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube now. Big Star shot it from Philly. Too raw for the streets. Yeah, but yeah, like he really, my pop played like a crazy major role in my life because, you feel me, growing up, I wanted to be just like him, you feel me? And I didn't even know what was going on at the time when I was younger, you feel me?
Just the way he moved.
Yeah, you feel me? I never knew. Like, I would be in the back of the Bentley, and I just thought he was like a boss, you feel me? Just, you feel me, calling shots. I'm in the back of the Bentley, and we listening to the radio, and he on the phone, but while he on the phone, he coming out the speakers and shit like that. Like, whole time he on Power 99, like, having an interview, you feel me, with Cosmic Kev and shit like that. So I just thought he was just like the coolest nigga ever, you feel me? And
that's a wild moment. That's
yeah,
insane.
like even the way I move, like, you feel me, I like one thing about my pop, he never let people know when he upset, or you feel me, like I be on the same type time to this day, you feel me? I don't never let shit get to me, or if it do, like, you feel me, the world ain't about to see it, you feel me? I ain't about to get all hype and snap all out, you feel me? I play that shit calm and cool like a boss, like, and that's just how I like carry my life. You feel me?
Has your pop listened to like your music now? Like
he never really got to listen to none of my songs. He heard a rap over the phone, but he ain't never and in person on a visit, but he ain't never get to hear a song because surprisingly I ain't really been. I had one song on Power 99, but that's the only thing he could listen to is like the local radio stations and shit, cause he in the feds, and he ain't never really get a chance. Like I done been on like Sirius FM, like Shade 45 with K Slay, DJ K Slay, shit like that. I done been on radio stations out in New York, Texas, ATL, shit like that, but. Like locally, I ain't been real heavy on like Power 99, which that shit gotta change soon. You feel me? Cause
that's the next question.
They know who I am and I know who they are. It's just, you feel me? Like I'm not one of them people that's going to just use my pop name, Ace Capone, son. Nah, like you gonna see the work ethic and like somebody gonna bring that shit to their attention sooner or later. You feel me? But
you think there's like behind the scenes politics of why like.
It could be.
Radio stations don't play more of their local artists.
It could be because I know a lot of people that get blackballed in the industry. Seriously, like I know a few artists, you feel me, with names and shit like that, and they don't get plays because of some behind the scenes weird shit. But I don't necessarily think that got to do with my case. I'm just not out there in their ear probably yet, or you feel me? I ain't working hard enough. I'm the type of person. I'm not gonna make no excuses, and I'm not gonna. You feel me?
Keep grinding.
Yeah, I'm gonna just keep working. You feel me? The shit gonna come eventually, and I ain't like sometimes like I could always go the money route and pay that shit out, but I ain't even tapped into that part of it yet. Which I'm not gonna sit here and shit on because if you got it, you feel me? It's actually probably smart. You feel me? But it's going to definitely happen one day. That's one of my goals of mine for my pop to hear one of my songs and like, damn, that shit hard. Like, you feel me? Especially some shit.
Goal.
Yeah, you feel me? So he want me to go on. I was supposed to be on the Come Up show. This was probably like a year ago. I was supposed to.
The Come Up show is legendary for me.
Yeah.
That is, man. Shout out to Cosmic Kev, man.
Yeah, shout out to Cosmic.
You're a big part of my hip hop.
Seriously.
Life. So.
I was supposed to go in there, and I remember he kept telling me, yeah, you better shut it down, you feel me? It's in the third, because Bugsy, his old artist, he was on there, and he went for like 20 minutes straight or some crazy shit. Like, he went on there and shut it down. But he wanted me to hop on there and shit. I forget what happened exactly. I don't know if I wasn't ready or something. Something happened, but it ended up not happening. And I know it couldn't have been me not being ready because I was always ready for shit like that. But I don't know what it was. Something ended up happening. But all that shit, it's going to eventually come pretty soon. I already know it. But yeah, man, like I said, my pop, he definitely was a big figure in my life. Like even to now, like where he had his own label. I just recently started my own label.
And we were actually just about to get into that. So was it Stilled Up Entertainment?
Still
correct?
Entertainment, yeah.
Now you said that's more of a label, like is it a record label, or are we moving on to a bunch of different things, like different ventures with it?
It's starting off. It's just it's more of a label, but I got like a lot of shit that I want to do, but the entertainment part of it is just going to be like the entertainment business side of the shit.
Yeah.
So you feel me? Cause I tap into like landscaping and home renovation. It's a lot of shit I tap into. But it's not going to be under Still Entertainment. So the Still Entertainment part, that's just like the label side of the shit. Right. You feel me? And I want that for like artists, engineers, even like young people that's, you feel me, working and like interns and shit. I got a couple of interns that's actually doing shit with us, and you feel me. So it's like a way for people, cause I'm not rich. You feel me? I ain't no big label. I ain't got all this bread behind me and shit. Like don't let the jewelry and the clothes and all that shit fool you. Like you feel me? I'm a regular nigga too, but it's just a way for you to get known, like a way to get out there, a way for you to get your experience, and we gonna work and grow together. I mean, who knows? A year from now, we could be the biggest fucking label since QC. You feel me? And everybody that was under me, you feel me, and working with me, going, feel me, get to share the fruits of that labor. So that's really what it is. Still Entertainment, brand new label. I just started. Cause one thing about me, I'm not about to sit around and wait. I'm not waiting for no label to try to sign me. You feel me? I ain't sitting around waiting for no handout, no shit like that. I'm gonna make the moves because I already got the knowledge and the tools. You feel me? I got the people around me. We already know what to do. You feel me? I got enough, you feel me, knowledge to go ahead. I make money off of my music. I don't need a label for me to start making money off of the shit. You feel me? I know how to collect my revenue from streams and YouTube and shit like that. You feel me? That was another thing I had went kind of like on a little rant on the gram. It wasn't a rant. I was trying to give, you feel me, advice, because I had a friend. He asked me if he should drop his project. He wanted to drop his project on SoundCloud. He was like, should I just wait for it to go live on all platforms because it's supposed to be like a couple weeks, or should I just put it out now on SoundCloud and then still have it drop? I'm like, no, do not put your shit on SoundCloud, bro, because one thing I don't like about the cloud is that you messing up your money. You feel me? I don't even send songs out to people no more because I want you to learn the lyrics by streaming the shit and keep going back. Every stream is bread at the end of the day. You feel me? So if you putting it on sites where people are hearing it for free and shit, how you gonna collect your money? Like, what are you really doing this shit for? You feel me? Is it the buzz? Is it the, You feel me? The name and shit. I know for
There's
me,
a lot of people doing it for the buzz.
you feel me?
It's a
Yeah.
lot.
And ain't nothing wrong with it. Like, you gonna do it for what you wanna do it for. I ain't here to knock nobody. I know for me and anybody else that wanna make money off your shit, you feel me? It's a certain way you go about shit. You feel me? And that's what I'm about, and I try to share that information to people when I can. Like, that's they moves that a label gonna make. You're not gonna go to no label, you feel me, sign to a major label and then start dropping your new shit on SoundCloud. You feel me? You gonna fuck around and get dropped from the label, or they gonna start, you feel me, doing some bullshit to you, taking you to court, all type shit. So you feel me? I try to move like a label. I already move like a label and shit, so I figure why not start one? It only makes sense.
Well, we're looking to see more from Stilled Up Entertainment. I'm excited for it.
Thank you, man.
When you posted about it, I was like, oh shit, like it's a big move. It's a real big move.
Hey, took me a while, but I'm glad I went ahead and did that.
With the fourth quarter that just dropped, I love it. You were also talking to me before the mics were on about overtime, which maybe I didn't realize that overtime was coming. So I was like, oh shit. So what can we expect on overtime? Like when that drops?
Overtime is really like the name speak for itself. You feel me? So it's crazy. Like I did when I first made my first tape, it was called Game Time, and when I did that, I didn't think to have like a whole series. You feel me? Where it all kind of makes sense. But as I kept going, instead of calling it Game Time, my next tape was Halftime. Instead of calling it Game Time 2, I said, let me call this one Halftime. First one was Game Time. When the game start, you feel me? My first project. Halftime, you feel me? The second one. Then it was after halftime, it was supposed to be overtime. I was gonna drop overtime, but then COVID happened and the pandemic. Everybody started dropping music and shit like that, and it make perfect sense. Like everybody at the crib anyway. You feel me? Why not go ahead and drop some music? So I didn't want to put overtime out yet because it wasn't all done. Like overtime, when I tell you overtime is like, it's crazy. I'm not even just hyping it up because it's my shit. Overtime probably is gonna be one of my favorite projects because it's still not done. It's probably like 60-70% done. Like I got producers that's like actually in the industry. You feel me? Sat, you feel me, from Delaware, and done shit with Ross, Nas. Shout out to Sat. Like I got another producer I met playing the game one time, Call of Duty. My man Vicasso. And he worked with like he real close with like this with No Cap, and like he just did some shit for Quando Rondo, like he on the charts right now. Like, so I'm working, and Seth got the waves. You feel me? That's just a couple producers. You feel me? Yeah, for real. But that's just a couple like people. You feel me? Just to put out there. That's not even everybody, but it's like a lot going on there. Like a industry ready project. Like I felt like Halftime was an industry ready project. Then fourth quarter was another industry-ready project. So it's like overtime. I'm not going to rush it. You feel me? I'm going to keep working on it, take my time. And that's what made me even put fourth quarter out. Because I was like, all right, let me put something in between halftime and overtime, which is fourth quarter.
Well, I mean, this fourth quarter is fire, man.
Thank you.
I appreciate you for dropping this shit.
Right.
Honestly,
thank you.
I
appreciate you for listening.
For everybody out there watching this, definitely go to any digital or DSP that you got. Spotify, Tidal, iTunes, you go to that, you download, stream, fourth quarter,
and if you ain't got none of that, because I know some people ain't got it like that. You feel me? Some kids out here, you feel me? Go ahead.
It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, go to
Whole
YouTube.
thing on YouTube.
And also, it'd be good to see the visuals too. Some of these videos are fire, man.
Like I just had, we just did a visual to Destiny, the intro off of fourth quarter. Shout out to House Visions, my cameraman Corey, man. He my favorite videographer by far right now. Like he up there with, you feel me, the Cole Bennett's and the Director X's of this shit. Like that's really, you feel me. If
I've seen the title of House of Visions on a lot of shit.
Yeah, man. Recently. House Visions. He like every crazy video that I have is probably from him. You feel me? He do a lot of my shit. Like the Big Dog was a lot of people's favorite.
I like that video.
If you ain't see Big Dog yet, anybody that ain't see Big Dog, you gotta check out Big Dog. That was like a big, and we got the chemistry now. You feel me? We done worked together for so long. It's like every time I get better, he get better too. You feel me? And vice versa. Like we just be growing together. and we both use our minds and we connect our ideas together. And every time it just come out with something crazy. Like it be every time we do a video, it be like, damn, this is my new favorite video now. Like shit. Like when
You
we
thought
did
the last one was good, but this
yo,
shit,
we did Destiny, and before Destiny, it was Big Dog, and we had did like a 10-minute short film. So the short film, I think we did that one first. We like, yo, this the best genre. This shit hard. Then we did Big Dog. It's like, damn, this shit better than that. Then he did Destiny. He ain't even sent it to me yet. He like, hey, bro, I'm gonna tell you now, I got Destiny over Big Dog. When he said that, I said, nigga, over Big Dog.
The trailer you posted was the camera works crazy. Like the
Crazy,
shaking
bro.
was it's like shooting from the floor up. You
Yo.
can see them balling in the background. It's like that's kind of crazy.
Oh, and the way that came out was just even crazy because we ain't even expect that. We thinking that it wasn't even gonna be nobody at the courts. So you feel me? It ended up being people at the courts. You feel me? And a lot of them they was familiar faces and shit like that. So we just went ahead, rocked out, did our thing right there on the court, and everything kind of played out perfect. You feel me? Niggas in the back playing ball. You feel me? Like it came out so much better. And then at the end of it, like after we finished and he sent me the final video, I was like, damn, bro, you see how crazy that came out with them balling in the back?
That was a good touch.
Because we almost asked them to get off the court for a minute, like probably like 10 minutes, or we was going to shoot on like another court that somebody had just got off of. But I was like, nah, we gonna keep them in the back. Like that shit, I think I'm gonna like how that come out. And he said the same thing. He like, damn, bro, I wish I got some B-roll with just them. You feel me? Because that shit came out beautiful, man. But yeah, and we shout out to Concept 21 Studios too, because they was a big part in it. We got to use their space, and that was my first time meeting Yan. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Yan, but she got her own big ass like studio, like photography studio and shit like that. And
Yan?
Yeah,
Shout out to Yan.
Yanni McFly, yeah.
Okay, I know that name.
Yeah,
I've seen that name.
Yeah, and she dope, man, dope person. Like everything was genuine. Like you feel me? She had the waters for us there ready, the chips and shit like that. You feel me? You feel me? I wasn't in there sweating to death. Like everything was. You feel me? It was perfect. It was a good little vibe in there. They had the music playing and shit. And we used that space for some of the scenes in Destiny where like I'm behind the black screen with the lights and shit. You feel me?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like all that shit was done at her spot. So that's kind of how the whole Destiny thing just ended up coming out. But yeah, Corey, man, fire. My favorite videographer right there, man.
For all the fans that are watching and you're now getting a little bit of Stilled Up Ace, you need to go to YouTube, all your DSPs, look for Game Time, Halftime, and the newest joint, fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Overtime will be coming soon. This is good, man. We gotta do another one.
Yeah, seriously.
When Overtime drop, you coming back?
Seriously, for sure, bro.
It's always good talks here, man.
Yeah, always, man. And it's crazy because I remember, like, I'm happy for you, man. I'm proud of you, seriously, because, like, a lot of people don't know, like, people that's just now following you and shit like that. Like, you came up a long way, bro. Like, a long way. And I always knew you was going to do some great shit. I ain't just saying it because you my man. You feel me? Like, I always seen something in you. Like, I knew you was going to go far from the shit you do outside of here. You feel me? The shit you do for the community. Like, and just seeing your whole shit just grow. You feel me? I remember our first interview. We was at the art gallery.
White gallery.
Yeah, you feel me? And we were just standing up. You feel me? Like with the tripod, we ain't had no microphones and nothing. You feel me? But we rocked out, and I thought it was the coolest shit ever, bro. Like I felt so honored to even be a part of it. Like, damn, this nigga want to interview me. Damn right, I'm doing this shit.
That's the raw shit.
Yeah, bro.
That
shit,
the mud.
Seriously, from the mud, bro. But like I said, man, like I'm proud of you and where you came from and everything you doing now. You feel me? With the community, all that shit, bro. Like you got some good shit going in store for you, man. I'm proud of you.
Love. Look,
Word.
get the love here. That's the love right there.
My God, bro.
It's Northside Connect here, man. Northside Connect here.
Yes, sir.
Just for y'all to know. Where can people find you on social medias?
Social media, man. Stilled Up Ace. STILLEDUPACE. Stilled Up Ace. Really could find me all my Twitter handle, Snapchat. I barely be on there, but anything, you feel me? Any way you want to contact me, just look up Stilled Up Ace. You could Google Stilled Up Ace to find any music, videos, little articles, just anything. I got a website coming soon, and I got I got somebody working on. I guess it's a lot in store, man. We gotta get the clothes back popping and all that. So anything, man. I actually got some merchandise that's available for pre-order. I'm gonna drop the link on that probably later on.
Okay.
But yeah, man. For anybody that wants to stay in tune, just follow me on the gram. Stilled up Ace. I write back, I respond. I ain't no bougie motherfucker. You feel me? Shout out to everybody that be DMing me, giving me feedback. You feel me? Just wanting to connect and shit like that. I always try to tap back in and reply back. So shout out to everybody that just stay tuned. And yeah, bro, that's where I'm at with it. Stilled up Ace everywhere you can find me.
Well, it's another episode here of YERRP. Your boy Delatone, Stilled Up Ace. Thank you for coming through.
Still.
Wow.